Hello everyone, this is Mahesh. Today we will discuss about what is automation, why we are going for the automation. First of all, you have to know about what is automation. Yeah, automation is nothing but the process of converting manual test cases or scripts into automation by using some other tools like Selenium or QTP, etc. Any automation tool. But why we are going for Selenium only? Because Selenium is an open source automation tool. It have it is not, we don't need to pay any money for Selenium. What are the advantages for automation? Advantages. The first one is we can save time, because suppose in our application we have 100 test cases, but we have to execute 100 test cases using manual means it will take a lot of time. But in automation we can execute within a 1 or 2 hours only. And the second one is reduce cost to company. Cost to company, because suppose if client asked to execute another test case within 2 days, means we have to use more number of users while doing manual testing. But in the automation we will complete within 2 to 3 hours, means that will reduce cost to company. And also third advantages is scripts are repeatable. Once we will develop the scripts, we can execute the same scripts in multiple browsers like Chrome, Firefox, IE, Safari, etc., Edge, etc. We can execute the same test cases in multiple browser. That means here also we can reduce the time. And also the fourth one is bugs can be identified. We all are known that bugs also can be identified by using the automation also. Suppose if any script is failed, then it will automatically generate the report. By seeing that report, we can easily identify this particular test case is failed due to this issue. Maybe but this sometimes it will fail due to synchronization also. That once we will run second time, then we can easily understand this script is failed due to particular this issue. Like that, bugs can also can be easily identified. And the fourth one is we can get test report from the tool. And suppose if you want to get any detailed report by using the extend reports, we can get the detailed report. Therefore, but and when client see that report, he can easily understand that this many test cases are executed, this many are passed, this many are failed. It will give a detailed report to the client. That one is a report. And the last but not least is we can maintain accuracy in executing scripts. Suppose by doing manual, we can maybe maybe we can sometimes we will forget some other scenarios or like that. So, but we now in automation we never worry about that one, because once we keep the scripts for execution, it will execute all the script, all the test case step by step. That's why we can maintain the accuracy in executing the scripts. Accuracy. And why we have to go for Selenium? Because in the market so many automation tools are there. Why we are going for Selenium only? But in that I am giving the difference between the Selenium and QTP. The first difference is Selenium is an open source tool. We don't need to provide any money to the client. I mean that QTP, I mean that Selenium, because it is open source tool. We can directly download from the net. But while coming to QTP, it is commercial and cost. But in the QTP, we don't have any free version. We have only licensed version, but that we have to pay the money. That is the one difference. And the second one is Selenium will support multiple languages like Java, Python, C Sharp, HTML, JavaScript, Ruby, etc. But QTP supports only VB script. By using VB script only, we will develop we will develop the scripts in QTP. And third one is by using Selenium, we will execute the scenario test cases in all different browsers like Chrome, IE, Edge, Firefox, Safari. But in QTP, QTP will support only 4 browsers. Sorry, only 3 browsers. That is IE, Firefox, and Chrome. And fourth one is Selenium will work on different operating systems like Windows, Mac, Linux. But QTP will support only Windows operating system only. This is the one of the major disadvantages because nowadays so many clients or customers are using Macs, Linux, and Windows operating system. But while using QTP, we will validate in Windows only. That is the major disadvantage by using the QTP. All these disadvantages we will overcome by using Selenium tool. And also by using Selenium, we will validate both web and mobile applications, mobile apps. But while coming to QTP, we will validate both all the desktop, web, and mobile. This is one of the disadvantages in the Selenium. We are unable to test the desktop applications, but to test desktop applications, we have to use third-party tool like Selenium. I'm sorry, Sequely and AutoIT that we will discuss later. And the last one is it is flexible and more extendable. Flexible and more extendable. Extendable. And QTP is flexible, but is not a less extendable. Flexible, but less extendable. These are the major difference between the Selenium and QTP. And the next one is when we start automation for project. That means when the build is stable, then only we will start the execution. Suppose if build is not stable, we start the automation. Every time it will fail because lockers will be changed based upon the build. So once the build is stable, then only we will start the automation. And what kind of applications can be automated by using Selenium? All kind of web applications can be automated by using Selenium with any one language like Java, PHP, .NET, C Sharp, JavaScript, etc. But currently we are dealing with Selenium with Java. Why we are dealing with Selenium with Java? Means Java is more security compared to other languages. Now we will discuss about automation approach and life cycle. Nothing but the automation approach or life cycle. Yeah, the first point is first we have to check whether the application is compatible with the tool or not. Compatible with the tool or not. And the second one, we have to review all the manual test cases once. Because once we will review, then only we can identify how many test cases are feasible for automation. The second one is review all manual test cases. And the third one is Third one is you have to provide the automation estimation. Automation estimation. How many days? Because we have to provide the automation estimation. How many days it will require to validate the entire suit. Sometimes it will take 2 months, 3 months based upon the number of the test case in the suit. This is the mandatory to provide the estimation, because then only the client will understand this much time will take to automate the entire application. And the fourth one is identifying the correct framework for this project. Which framework is suitable for this application? That is the major thing. Currently, so we have so many frameworks like hybrid, data-driven framework, DD, and test engine-driven framework, and also Cucumber. These are the frameworks available for Selenium. We have to identify which framework is suitable for this project. And next one is we have to prepare the scripts for all the identified test cases. Suppose in our suit we have 120 test cases are there. Suppose we identified 80 test cases are feasible for automation. Then we have to start developing scripts for all the 80 test cases. Developing scripts. And the next one is integrating test scripts with the identified framework. That is the major thing we have to do. We have to integrate all the developed scripts with the framework. What framework we are choosing? Integrate test scripts with framework. And the next one is suppose if any build changes are identified in the project, we have to update the scripts based upon the new requirements. This is the one of the suppose if the application is came to regression testing, at that time we have to execute all the developed scripts once again. Suppose if any script is failed, we have to identify due to which scenario which issue this failed. Suppose if it is failed due to any locators or they developed any new things, based upon their requirement we have to modify the scripts. This is modifying the scripts. Next one is we have to capture the test report once the execution is completed. After that, we have to analyze the report and identifying the bugs. This is the major thing for every test we have to know. Analyze report and identify bugs. The last one is report bugs manually or by using any bug tracking tool like QC, quality control, Jira, Bugzilla. One more thing is that is Mantisbit. These all are the bug tools available in the market, but most of the companies are using Jira only. This is the automation approach or automation life cycle. Now we will coming to the Selenium components. How many Selenium components are there? The first one is Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE is nothing but the integrated development environment. By using Selenium IDE, we can record and run the scripts. It is an add-on for Firefox browser only. We can install in Firefox only. It is not applicable for the Chrome or IR, Edge or Safari. It will be applicable for only Firefox only. Why we have to use Selenium IDE means we have by using Selenium IDE only we can know whether the application is compatible with for automation or not. So once when we run the scripts in IDE, once it is generating the code, then we can identify that this application is feasible for automation. And one more advantage is that once we record the script, the recorded scripts can be converted into other languages also. The scripts can be run against other browsers with the help of the Selenium remote control and Selenium WebDriver. These are the second components. The second one is Selenium RC. Selenium RC. RC means nothing but the remote control. It is also known as a Selenium 1. So previously, before Selenium WebDriver, we are using Selenium RC only. But nowadays, Selenium RC and Selenium IDE are deprecated. Currently, everyone is using the Selenium WebDriver only. Why we are using Selenium WebDriver, then we will discuss in the future. I mean, in the upcoming classes. The third one is Selenium WebDriver. This is the most important topic because nowadays every company using the Selenium WebDriver only. The advanced version of the remote control is nothing but the Selenium WebDriver, and also we can call it as a Selenium 2 because we called Selenium RC as a Selenium 1. The limitations which we identified in the Selenium RC are overcome in WebDriver, and they give some more added advantages while comparing with the Selenium RC. And the fourth one is Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid is used for parallel execution. We can launch 5 browsers at a time by using the Selenium Grid. By using the Selenium Grid, we can save the execution time because we are executing all the scripts in 5 browsers at the same time. That will reduce a lot of time. Suppose if you are executing suppose if you executing the scripts in a serially, suppose first we execute in Chrome, next Firefox, next IE, next it means it will take a lot of time. Suppose for Chrome it will take 20 minutes, for IE it will take 20 minutes, for Edge it will take 20 minutes, for Firefox it will take 20 minutes means it will take nearly 80 minutes. But by using Selenium Grid, we will complete all the scripts in all browsers in 20 minutes only. That is the major advantage by using the Selenium Grid. And the last one is Selendroid. Selendroid. Selendroid is nothing about the automation tool. Also, it is by using the Selendroid, we can automate the mobile applications. This all about the Selenium components. What are the softwares required for Selenium? Softwares. First one is Java. Currently, we are using 1.8. Next one is Eclipse. Next one is Selenium standalone server. And the fourth one is browser jar files. These are the required software to automate any application by using the Selenium. Now, where we can download Selenium and Java. For that, we can go to this oracle.com. Here you can observe now. Here you can observe Linux, Mac, and Windows. For we are using Windows, right? For that, we have 64 operating system there. In that, I am downloading the first one. In my machine, already I downloaded, no, so I didn't download this one. Next, we have to download the Eclipse. Eclipse Oxygen. Yeah. No, nothing. We need downloads Oxygen. Selenium ID, yes. Selenium ID, this one. Here you can observe, no? For Windows, we can download the 32-bit or also 6486 operating system. If we click on this link, it will automatically download. Okay, now I'm using where we can download the Selenium standalone server. For that, we will go to Selenium official website. This is the Selenium HQ. Yeah, here you can observe now. This is the Selenium official website. From here, you can go to downloads. From where we can download the Selenium latest stable version. The stable version is 3.1.4 1.59. This is the stable version. This is the Selenium standalone server. When we click on this link, the Selenium standalone server will be downloaded automatically. Next, you can go to here. We have to download the browser jar files also. For Internet Explorer, we will download the 64 or 32 operating jar file based upon our machine. And we can go to downside. Here we can, different types of browsers are there now. Yeah, suppose if you are using Chrome browser, go to click on documentation link. Here you can observe no different types of versions are available. Latest stable version is that Chrome driver is 95.0.4. If you click on downloads, yeah, you can observe all types of the Chrome drivers are available here. It will this Chrome driver 95 will support Chrome 95 version. This one also will support 95 only. If we go down, you can see now based upon our Chrome browser version, we can download the driver. The same process for browsers. The same process for remaining browsers also, Firefox, Safari, Opera. Yeah. In the next tutorial, we will discuss about how we can launch the applications in different browsers by using the automation. By using the Selenium. That all things we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.